I've died over 25 times in 1 year. I have what is called Sudden Arrythmic Death Syndrome. I have an implanted heart defibrillator, a Boston Scientific. I've had over 4 heart surgeries. My name is Marissa Cove. This is my story. There is no cure for my heart disease. It is genetic. On top of the 25 cardiac arrests that I had in 1 year, I've had countless other cardiac events. I've had over 600 recorded cardiac events, ventricular fibrillation, and other arrhythmias and usually your first symptom, if you have long QT type 2, is your last symptom because you die. You go into cardiac arrest, you ultimately pass, you don't get lucky, and you're not revived. So typically upon diagnosis, they give patients with long QT type 2 10 years to live. I'm 31 now, and that 10 years is if you are not following medical advice, the medications that help prevent cardiac arrest to keep you safe. I'm telling you this story because I swing trade. I self-taught swing trading. I really wish I had someone that helped me along the way. I think it's only fair that we get to know each other. They suggested doing what is called a bilateral ganglia denervation, and that is severing of the spinal cord, like severing from your brainstem down to the spinal cord on both sides. There's 2 nerves. So they would just cut those in half, basically just deleting them from my body. This was in 2019, 2020. Ultimately, COVID, the pandemic hit. I had to reschedule that surgery, but it was a blessing in disguise because I started doing more research on bilateral ganglia denervation and I joined support groups. Ultimately, I found out that I actually was not a candidate for it. So the QT wave is essentially just this distance or the space in between the electrical pulses of your heart. So I ended up not going with the surgery. I had to find alternative ways to manage my fatal heart disease. During that time, I had to have people helping me, taking care of me, because I was averaging 2 cardiac arrests per month. I applied for disability, but even though I was having 2 cardiac arrests per month, the state ultimately said, oh, your heart disease isn't bad enough, even though you're in the hospital 2 times per month, having cardiac arrest 2 times per month, and you have ongoing symptoms that prevent you from working. It's not bad enough. So that was really disheartening and extremely, I was just baffled. Like, how, just because my heart disease is invisible and there's no cure, like, I didn't understand that. Anyway, so I had to start getting creative with how I was going to make a living for myself. Like, I'm an adult, I have to provide for myself, I have to sustain myself financially. And so that is when my mom got into trading with one of her friends. She was a swing trader. My mom was going over there every week to her friend's house to learn trading. And my mom would come over and talk to me about trading, how I might be interested in it, and that this is what she was doing. So she shared it with me. That was in 2020. I ended up opening up my first brokerage account. I used Robinhood because it's so user-friendly. I would sit there, I would wake up super early at 4 a.m. watching the stock market news and all of that stuff. I really had no idea where to get started. But in short, I ended up spending 2 years crying, frustrated, failing at trading until it just clicked for me one day. It was the mindset shift that occurred within me to make me profitable. Throughout that time, though, of me crying and failing, I ended up getting scammed out of thousands of dollars from a guru who said that they could teach me trading. I decided to myself, there is more, like, humanity can do better. There is more for humanity. I have hope in it, and I believe that there's more than enough money to go around and to be made in the stock market. I've become profitable, so I want to share it. I don't want anyone to be scammed out of money. I don't want anyone feeling like they're failing or frustrated or having to struggle financially because their health is preventing them from making the income that they need, or they don't have the support that they need to learn something. Like, I want to be able to give you that support community and build a platform that I can actually be of service to people. Because if I had of me when I was trying to learn, going through all of my health issues and my heart disease and just a really scary time, it probably would have saved me a lot of stress, because some of the triggers for cardiac arrest are stress, sudden loud noises, so alarms, like phone alarms to get up for work at a certain time or anything, are out of the question. Can't do electrolyte imbalances. I have to be really careful with what I'm consuming. I have to limit my alcohol consumption because that dehydrates you. Sleep actually causes cardiac arrest because, like I said, it's an electrical dysfunction. And so when you sleep, your heart rhythm slows down, and my heart is just too weak to sustain that normalcy of a slow heartbeat. And then also, if I get my heart rate going too high, so adrenaline or excitement can throw me into cardiac arrest because, again, my heart can't sustain the rapid heartbeat, so it just stops. That is what the Boston Scientific implanted heart defibrillator is for. So not to get on too much of a tangent about my heart health, but it's basically, I want to help you in trading, and I want to make sure that I can provide as much help and support for people that I possibly can. I want to dedicate my energy to being that person for you. If you're a struggling trader or a beginner trader and you just are lost in the sauce, like, please reach out to me. Trading isn't a get rich quick career path or choice. You absolutely can make great money in the market. You can compound your account over time, and I've been profitable for the last year. It's how I provide for myself and help with the lifestyle investments that my husband Caleb and I want to make. It's helping build our future. I want to be able to share that skill with others so they can do the same thing, because I know what it's like to not have any health, have no employment, have no income, and feel absolutely destroyed, stuck, and like your life is just devastated. I don't want that feeling for anyone. You absolutely do not need a $5,000 course to learn trading. I believe that trading is a skill that should be made affordable to everyone to learn. And I want to give you patience and support for however long it takes you to get there. Like, please come to me for that help, because I didn't have that, and I think that that is a disservice to people. People deserve to have flexibility in their life, to have an income that helps them pay bills, pay off debt, go on vacations with their family, give gifts for their, wives, sisters, brothers, things like that. Like, I genuinely believe that life is too short. We have one life, and we're meant to live a life that we thoroughly enjoy and that we love. We're not meant to just do the rat race every day. I don't believe in that. Having sudden arrhythmic death syndrome has given me a lot of empathy and understanding for individual situations, for having disabilities that are invisible, for understanding people's struggles that you might not even be aware of. This channel is about giving beginner traders and struggling traders a chance. Without the scams, no flashy Lamborghinis. I'm not selling you a dream. I genuinely am approaching this. If you learn this skill and compound it over time, you can make it work for you, be successful, have income, even a surplus of income to build the lifestyle that you want, provide for your family, wives, kids, whatever it is that you need to be happy and fulfilled and feel comfortable in your own life. I really just want to be the person holding your hand to get you to a place that you feel comfortable in, because no one did that for me, and I really wish that I had that. So welcome to the community of Marissa Cove Learn Trading. So thanks so much, subscribe, and I can't wait to help you on your journey.